Yo, what's up, guys? Today I just wanted to talk about the compound effect and why everybody will make it with whatever they want to do as long as they don't give up. The compound effect, it's insane because I just want to look at, for example, a new movie just came out called The Sinners. You have guys like Michael B. Jordan. The compound effect is insane because a long time ago when he was acting, he was doing The Wire. Not a lot of people knew who he was. And over time, he just kept on refining his craft. He kept doing what he had to do. He stayed focused. He didn't think about, nothing's working for me right now, Let me just give up this acting stuff and move on with my life and, go do something I don't want to do. No, he just stayed focused and kept pushing on all fronts, made sure that his craft was perfect. He continued to go to the acting school classes, the auditions, and he did what he had to do. And now today he's on Sinners. He's on one of the top box office movies. He did it. He did his 10 years. He did his 10-year grind. He looked. The compound effect is insane, guys, because you're not gonna get a lot of the gains that you're looking for in 1 year. You're not gonna get a lot of the gains that you're looking for in 1 month. But you will get the gains you're looking for in 5 years, 10 years. Nobody has that long-term outlook. Everyone gives up so quick. Everybody finishes everything they need to do so quick. Nobody's looking at the long-term outlook. And the long-term outlook is insane. Like, I even looked at, I did some research on another actor, Samuel L. Jackson. He's on so many different movies. And he was 41 when Pulp Fiction came out. If you guys don't know Pulp Fiction, it was a movie back in the 1994 it came out. He's been acting since 1960 something. He's 71 years old, and it wasn't until he was 41 when Pulp Fiction came out. And then after that, he started doing all these different crazy movies that were box office hits. Before that, he had little, but he still had little good movies before that, though. And that took him, 20 years? Are you willing to put 20 years into something that you want to do and something that you love to do and something that you like to do to see it grow? Like, are you willing to wait? Are you willing to water your craft? Water the grass. Watch it grow. Not a lot of people are willing to do that. That's why it never works out, because the compound effect is insane. When you actually look at it and you think about it, everything works out in the long term. Everything works out in the long run if you stick with it for long enough. Like, even when you start to ride a bike, right? When you start to ride a bike, you started off with the tricycles. Some of us, just got straight on the bike. But over time, day after day, week after week, month after month, you became an amazing bike rider. Just think back to anything you did in your life. The compound effect works. There's no end. There's no failing when you're sticking with something for long enough. The compound effect also, like, I was reading up on one girl. She started her blog. I think it was her blog. It was a vegetarian blog. So she started writing her blog in 2010, right? And there was no money being made off that blog. Like, for a long time, she just worked her job, and then after she was done her job, she started her vegetarian cooking blog. And it didn't work out for her. For a while, it didn't work out. But she stayed at it. She stayed doing her vlog, her blog. She stayed writing. She didn't just do it passively, but she read and searched up on SEO, search engine optimization, and she crafted her posts that curated to the trending topics, the trending topics of the month, the trending topics of the year for vegetarian recipes. Well, now, 15 years later, she's sitting at $250,000 made per month based off ad revenue, based off book sales, based off her brand, because she stuck with it. Everybody who sticks with something is going to make it. Even the person who is in school and is trying to get a degree in some sort of hard thing, like some sort of engineering degree, But let's say they're constantly just failing class after class and they can't get it done, but they're like, you know what, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, I'm going to stick with it. And then 10 years later, 10 years go by, and they finally get that degree for engineering because they stuck with it. They stuck with it. The compound effect worked for them. They learned on how to study better. They learned on what they can do to actually pass some of the classes that they failed. They stayed in the library. The process is what got them to where they needed to get to. It started compounding for them. And now they can take that study habits that they have and they learn, well, they could take it to any area in life, any course in life. They know what to do. They know how to do it. Like you see guys firsthand who are actors who get to that level by the compound effect. Like you have guys like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, right? Like a lot of people started off, we didn't know who he was at first, but he was in the WWE. He was wrestling, and then eventually after that he became a movie star. He became a movie star off the compound effect. He kept refining his craft. He kept showing up day after day. He showed up to the WWE ring. He showed up to the movies. He showed up to the audition set. Like a lot of times, like he was saying that like he would be at a set, he would be somewhere, but he made sure he went to the gym each and every single day. He showed up to the gym. The compound effect. That's what got him the body he needs to get. That's what got him the body that he has right now. Right? The compound effect is very important, and a lot of people, they're giving up too quick to even see the results. In business, that's one of the most important things, is the compound effect. In business, the most important thing is the compound effect, because even if you have 10 recurring customers, well, those 10 recurring customers is going to eventually snowball. You provide good services to those 10 customers, it snowballs. Those 10 customers tell other people, it becomes 20 customers. Once it becomes 20 customers, it becomes 50. And then next thing you know, now you're making a really good income, and then it becomes 100. But it all started with one customer. It all started with 2 customers. It all started with 3 customers. It all started with very little customers, and it snowballed because of the compound effect. The compound effect, guys, is going to take you to where you need to be as long as you see it through. Nothing will ever fail. Nothing will ever not work. Like you have people who like to play basketball. They want to be in the NBA, right? Let's say, for example, they're playing NBA each and every day. Not NBA, they're playing basketball each and every single day. They're refining their craft. They're doing what they have to do. But unfortunately, they don't make the NBA. Well, they can go play overseas. Let's say they don't play overseas. They don't make it to the overseas, or they don't make it to the G League. Well, you have a skill and a craft that you've studied and that you've developed over years. Well, now you can take that skill and craft and you can create your own business. You can create a YouTube channel. You can teach people on how to dribble, how to shoot, how to pass. Create emails. Get their emails. Build an audience. Right? You create emails. You build an audience. You get the customers. You get your audience to go ahead, and now you can create a basketball team in your local area, something for the youth, and you can still make a lot of good income from that. Very good income, millions a year. They have a whole bunch of different basketball channels, like Home Team Hoops. That's some basketball channels I used to watch when I used to play basketball. They have a lot of different basketball organizations that are crafted from ex-basketball players that decided to go into the business. It's all the compound effect, guys. Like, you know, keep grinding, man. The compound effect, don't give up. Believe in it. Subscribe, you know. I also have my email that you guys can see where I explain exactly how you can make a passive income of $500 to $1,000 a month, and the amount that you need to start off. You know, it's not going to be overnight, of course, but you guys can go ahead and look at that ebook if you want. Subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later. Peace.